Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your man Louie T here with another installment of the Louie T Network exclusives kickback session, week 6 in the National Football League. I hate weeks like this. Weeks like this go against everything that I stand for because I'm about competition. I'm about dog eat dog. I'm about separating the kids and the children from the adults. I'm about seeing who is about that life. And this week, this was a participation trophy week. Everybody wins this week. Just show up. That's all you had to do. Show up and not embarrass yourself. Show up and pick the favorite. Just pick the team that's supposed to win. And you get a participation trophy, you get a gold sticker, you get a participation trophy, you get a trophy, you get a trophy, you get a sticker, you get a sticker. Everybody wins. Weeks like this week delays the inevitable. A lot of y'all are trash, and you know it. But weeks like this one that we just saw allows you to stay alive and give you false hope, false confidence. I hate it. I'm trying to get rid of as many of you who aren't relevant as possible in weeks like the one we just had in week 6. Make it damn near impossible to do. There was no talent. There was no real ability involved in picking the winners. Anybody could have done. My wife could have got 13 out of 14 this week. Just pick the team that had the better record and you probably won the game this week. That's trash. I don't want to see many more weeks like this. I need the weeks where it's 6 or 7 games that could go either way. I don't know what to do. This is a tough week. That's what I want. That wasn't what this week was. So I say all of that to say that this was a pretty successful week. And we've seen some doozies already this year, right? We've seen some doozies where the underdogs ruled the day and people were walking away dirty with 12 and 11 losses. I like that a lot better than I like this type of week because I'm a survive. Not only am I going to survive, I'm going to thrive, whether it's this type of environment where everybody wins or the other thing where you actually got to show that you know what the hell you're talking about. I'm a live and I'm going to eat good either way. So really disappointed in the NFL for not throwing any curveballs this past week. They just let everybody skate. It was like Oprah. Everybody got a participation trophy this week. Makes me sick to my stomach, but such is life. Let's get to the proceedings this evening. I ain't come here to talk you to death. Came here to make sure y'all know that I'm better than you. Hard to prove that when the football gods are allowing everybody to feel good about themselves. I need somebody to leave today and next week this time and the week after that with low self-esteem and low confidence as a prognosticator. That's what I need. Everybody feels good after this week, or at least you should. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Whoever ends up with the piss cup this week, you're the worst. You stink. Okay, just gonna tell you that right off the bat. Off the rip, if you end up with the piss cup this week, you went out of your way to prove that you are awful. Good for you. And you deserve the piss cup and everything that comes with it. That said, let's get to the weekly pick 'em pool first and figure out who won this thing. And big shout out to Navy Ramjet for getting it done. Navy Ramjet had one loss. I knew it was going to be tough. I'm applying pressure, man. In case you ain't know, I got on all black for a reason. It's all black energy all year long. So you know I'm coming with the shits every week. And if you don't come with your A game, you will not walk away with anything other than a Coke and a smile. That's all you're getting if you don't come with it. I had 2 losses. Gunsmoke. I had 2 losses. 36 points. I was right there. Thought I had a shot. Navy Ramjet and 808 Skins fan both told me to go sit down somewhere. 808 Skins fan had 2 losses as well, and his points were better than mine. I had 36. He had 41, so he would have won. Except Navy Ramjet was like, nah, bro, I got 1 loss. I think somebody else had 1 loss too. I think one more person had Big Time. Big Time was like, nah, bro. 2 ain't gonna cut it this week. You know what it is. Come on, man. It's a stick up. Put your hands up. I said, yeah, you got me. You got me. Thought I could sneak with 2. He said, nah. Put your hands up. So Big Time had 1, but he had 45 points, which was over the total. Total was 43. 23 to 20 was the final score. Navy Ramjet had 1 as well, but he had 38. Total was 43. Thus, Navy Ramjet is the winner. Congratulations to Navy Ramjet. I will be getting you your money hopefully sometime this week. But again, I know you're a PayPaler. PayPal is a Telegram. So if not this week, early next week. I'm still waiting on the 1,500 for Malo, who won the Survivor Pool, to hit the PayPal account. So you know how this goes. I mean, we talked about that last Tuesday, and the money's still not in there. So got your 110 coming, though. You earned it. Big shout out to Navy Ramjet. And again, if you think your picks are worth the damn, you might as well throw them in the weekly pick 'em pool. Why not? Some of y'all had no losses this week. You were perfect. Perfect wins you money. You can't lose if you don't lose. Shout out to Navy Ramjet for getting it done. You got 1 under your belt. Question is, can you do it again? I already got 2. I'm working on 2, and I was greedy. I was looking for my 3rd this week, and I came very close, but I wasn't good enough. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to what most of you probably came for. And of course, that is winners and losers. So let's get to the proceedings this evening. Before we can look at this week, let's look at what last week had to offer. See what the colors look like last week. As you can see, we had a lot less color last week. Solo So Slimy was the Piss Cup recipient last week. Ricky D Hustle and myself were the MVPs. Not as much yellow, only 1 green, only 1 purple. Life was so simple last week. Can it be that it was all so simple then? So simple last week. A lot less simple, much more complicated when everybody feels like a winner, right? Everybody walked away a winner this week for the most part. So let's get to it. Week 6. And as you can see, a lot more color, right? A lot more color on the slate. But as you can also, let me point this out too. I don't know what's going on at the bottom of this thing, but man, the top half is where the heat is at. Look at all this. The heat is on. Look at all this color up here at the top. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all sleep down here at the bottom, boy. We putting y'all to sleep down here at the bottom. Ain't no color down here. Y'all fighting for y'all lives down there. Most of y'all. Some of y'all are, just outside of the top 3, but I ain't here to give y'all props. Y'all got to earn it. So the heat is up here at the top. I'm just fortunate to be a part of that. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to it. Jaden Hurts Jones, 1 loss. It's going to be a lot of that today. A lot of 1s and 2s and 3s. Let me just set the table for you. If you have anything more than 4 losses this week, you suck. Just point blank. There was no excuse for anything less than double-digit wins this week. It was too easy of a week. I'm even upset at myself, but I'm not really, though. Because I had conviction and I stuck with it, and I have a formula and I stuck with it. It didn't pan out this time, but it's just like playing blackjack. You know that if you get 16, You gotta stay. Even if you want to hit, you gotta stay. Right? Dealer showing a 7. You gotta stay. You gotta press your luck. You gotta understand what it is. You gotta stick to the script, and you gotta understand that if it doesn't work in your favor, the odds are the next time it will, because that's what you're supposed to do. All right? I got this time. I don't feel bad about it, because I know the next time I go with my formula, it'll pan out. But some of y'all, I just don't understand. Anything sub 10-4, what were you doing this week? How? Why? How? Why? What were you thinking? Anyway, I digress. Jalen Hurts Jones, 1 loss, 13-1 this week, 60-32 now. That's good for 3rd place. Welcome to the ranked, the land of the ranked. Zach F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10-4. Solid, not great, but solid. Hype do 1 loss, 13-3. That'll change it. For some of y'all, this week allowed you to feel like, oh man, I'm back in the mix. This is temporary. If you were down bad and this week brought you up, you're going to go back to being down bad, because this was an easy week. This was an easy week. Hype do. So like I said, 13-1. 4 games over 500 now. They went 13. They were 12 games over 500 this week, and they're only 4 games over 500 overall. I mean, it tells you all you need to know, right? Sean Hawk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10-4. Again, solid. Not great, but you take it. Daywalker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10-4. Coop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9-5. That's nasty. That's what that is. That's nasty. 11-3 for the kid this week. Keeps me in 3rd place, which is good. I feel good about 3rd place. Staying connected. I need to stay connected. And I love it that in a week where most people don't have a 6 as their first number in the left-hand column, I do. That feels good. I entered the 6s with all the big dogs. I hate when the big dogs enter a new digit and I'm just on the outside looking in. That's a party I need to be a part of. I was sick when everybody hit the 50s and I was still in the 40s. I was sick. Last week, the big dogs hit the 50s. I'm at 49-29. I was sick. You wouldn't know it, because you ain't about that life. You ain't thinking in those type of terms, right? But that's how my mind works. Big dogs hit the 6s, I need to be there. I'm there this time. So when they hit the 7s, I need to be right there with them too. Rob, or Shadow Striker 789, 1 loss, 13-1, 54-38. Soul, 1, 2, 3, 11-3 for Soul. Solid, not great. 53-39. Twin D, 1, 2, 3, 11-3, 53-39. Rich, 1, 2, 3, 11-3 for Rich. I talked about the sophomore slump for my guy Rich. He's been going through it. Maybe this will turn it around for him. I doubt it. Like I said earlier about Hype Do, man went 11-3. That's 8 games over 500, and he's only 4 games over 500. So he was on the struggle bus. He was on the struggle bus. AJ Meehan, 1 loss this week, 13-1. That catapults him all the way from 3rd place last week to 2nd place this week. That's big time. 62-30 overall gets him sole possession of 2nd place. Impressive. Sundi continues to be hot. 12-2 this week. 63-29 overall. Remains in first place. Sundi was in first place last week. The only difference this week is, as you can see, Sundi's sharing first place with Tyrant 78. Those two have really been the front runners for most of the season thus far. And so they continue to both pick at an extremely high level. Big time. One loss, 13-3, 51-41 overall. Annapolis OG, 12-2, catapults Annapolis OG into third place at 60-32 overall. So big week for Annapolis OG. Welcome to the ranks of the ranked. 100 grand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 and 5, more like 50 grand. 50 and 42. Here in a little bit, he ain't even gonna be in the rear view mirror. I'm not even gonna be able to see him in a little bit. Much like his Cowboys. Bear down, B. Jones. 1, 2, 3. 11-3, 52-40 overall. Smack City, 1, 2, 3. 11-3, 59-33. Smack City staying within striking distance. Not bad. Matty Ice, 1, 2, 3. 11-3, 57-35. Not bad. Kevin the PRF, 1, 2, 12-2, 58-34. Kevin the PRF, really good week. Right within striking distance where you need to be. Boss Man, me and him were having a good conversation. I made fun of him last week, and he said, "Yeah, everybody should be making fun of me." And he said, "Normally when that happens, I start getting my act together." Last week he was good. This week he was 11-3. So now 54-38 overall. Slowly but surely, he's getting his life together. We'll see if that continues for him or not. So our first perfect of the week and our first perfect ever here on the LTN Exclusives. Now, it's not the ultimate perfect. No one's ever gone 16-0. I've seen 14-0 on various sheets throughout my life. I've run a football pool since I was 7 years old. So I've seen perfect, 14-0 before during bye weeks, things of that nature. I've even seen a 15-0. I've never seen a 16-0 in my life. The best anyone's ever done in a 16-game set is 15-1. 15-1. So, Swaggy P, 14-0. Perfect, flawless 14-0. Same for J Cam Man 99. 14-0. J Cam Man 99 was on the struggle bus. He had the piss cup, I believe, in either week 1 or week 2. So this is a big one for him. And as you can see, what it did for J Cam Man's record, he went from 41-37, 4 games over 500, to now 18 games over 500. It can change it that quick. Just like I told you, a bad week can undo a lot of goodwill. So can a good week boost a bad start. So all of a sudden, he's right back in the mix at 55-37. Same could be said for Swaggy P. Wasn't the greatest of starts. He was 43-35. Now he's 57-35, and he's right within striking distance. That's what a perfect week can do for you. All right. And one more. Mr. Make It Happen. We're just going to skip to the bottom real quick. Mr. Make It Happen. Perfect on the week. 14-0. Those are the 3 flawless victories this week. Those are your MVPs, most valuable prognosticators, most valuable players, whatever you want to call them, most valuable pickers. It's all the same. It's all greatness. Mr. Make It Happen, 14-0, was sub 500 a week ago, was 38-40 a week ago. Jumps all the way to 52-40. So again, changes his fortunes, makes it look a lot different. Shout out to everyone that went undefeated. Greatness and perfection is rewarded here on the Louie T Network. So If you went undefeated this week, Swaggy P, J-Cam Man 99, Mr. Make It Happen, get at me. Email me, DM me. I got $50 for each one of y'all. Let me know how you want it, Cash App or PayPal, and we can arrange for that to happen. But I got a 50 spot for all three of y'all. That's what we do around here. When you perfect, you get rewarded for being perfect. Greg Giants. 1, 2, 3 losses for Greg Giants. 11-3 keeps him within the ranks of the ranked at 60-32, tied for third place. Nate P. 1, 2, 12-2 for Nate P, 58-34. Quietly, Nate P is just hanging around. He loitering right now. Just hanging around. As I mentioned, J-Cam Man 14-0. Big week for him. Shout out to J-Cam Man, Swaggy P, and Mr. Make It Happen. Bronco Billy. One loss. That's it. 13-1 for Bronco Billy. Excuse me. Takes his record from 40 and 38 a week ago, 2 games over 500 to 14 games over 500. Tyrant 78, 1 loss, 13-1. She been killing it this year, man. Sometimes you just catch a heater. I don't know how much longer Tyrant and Sundi are going to keep this up, but I'll be there when they slip up. Whenever they decide they're going, hey, I'm tired of being hot. Whenever they decide to slip up, I'll be there. I don't know how long it's going to take because it's going to happen. There's going to be a rough patch in here somewhere. And when it does happen, I'll be there. Like the Jackson 5. I'll be there. But it ain't happened yet. Tyrant 78 is like, not this week. Try again next week. Okay, I'll be here. 13-1 puts Tyrant 78 at 63-29. Was in second place last week. Back in first place after a 13-1 mark at 63-29, tied with Sundi. Congratulations to Tyrant 78 for continued success. The Catman. 1 loss, 13-1, 52-40 overall. Mike Jink needed this bad, boy. I don't know if anybody needed this more than the Mike Jink right now, because it was going bad overall and bad in his household. He needed a change. Mike Jink, 12-2 this week, gets him to 50. This man was last week 40-38. Barely above the Mendoza line. That man was barely above water. Now he's 12 over 500. And more importantly, Tiff Shiesty went 10-4, so he gained 2 games on her. She's now 54-38. So more importantly, he climbed within 2 games of who he really needs to be chasing. He was talking about me initially. I was like, nah, you don't want this smoke. Just focus on the ones close to you. Right? Focus on the one that's really attainable. I'm not attainable. All right. But she is. Go get her. He's trying his best to do that right now. Walt 260. 1, 2, 3. 11-3. 56-36. Not bad. Big Baller Blake. 1 loss. 2 losses. Excuse me. 12-2. 55-37. So, staying connected somewhat. Not too far away, not as close as he would probably like to be, but not that far either. Sam Pando, 1, 2, 3, 11-3, 57-35. Sam Pando continues this second year, this sophomore growth we're seeing from him. Mr. HTTR, 12-2, 57-35. So again, staying close, loitering, hanging around. Mike Lowry, 10-4. 52-40 overall. In your gym, 1 loss, 13-1, gets him all the way to 60-32, which is good for third place. Welcome to the land of the ranked. Congratulations Ricky D. Hustle, after being one of the best a week ago, let me make sure it was Ricky D. Hustle last week, right? Yeah, man. After being among the best last week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 4 this week. So not a massive drop off. Last week he was 11 and 3. This week he's 10 and 4, 54 and 34 overall for Ricky D. Hustle. Ricky L, 1 loss. For Ricky L, 13 and 1, gets them 57 and 35, puts them right back again, loitering, hanging around. Mr. Ron B, 11 and 3, 50 and 42. Tierre, Mr. Hamer, 12 and 2, 57 and 35, loitering, hanging around. Kimura, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 4, 52 and 40 overall. G Command, 12 and 2, 55 and 37. Bronco Kid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we got to start pissing some of these. That's the second person with 5 losses. So we're gonna drop a little piss on these dudes, man. Because 5 is, again, there was no excuse for 5 losses this week. None. There's nothing you could say to me. And 100 grand. Those were the 2. There's nothing you could say to me to convince me that 5 losses or more was okay this week. It was never okay. Sean Hawk, he had 4. Okay, I think it was only 2 people with 5 so far. So 100 grand and Bronco Kid right now. You two are on the hook for some piss right now. Never mind. I spoke too soon. I'm looking at Flacco. I don't even got to look hard. This is an easy week to decipher who's pissy and who ain't. Because it's so few losses. It's so few red. You know, so when you see somebody light up like this, like a damn Christmas tree here, Flacco started off hot. Let me just go back in time, way back in time. Flacco, look at Flacco, week 1, out here looking like a superstar, right? Look at Flacco ranked in week 2, huh? Look at Flacco ranked week 3, huh? And then the demise just came after that, right? Then Flacco got hit with the reality stick. Life comes at you fast, man. Bad, and worse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That almost deserves a Piss Cup Ultra. I ain't gonna make a special. I'm not gonna make a special case for this though. No alterations to the Piss Cup Ultra. You gotta have double-digit losses to get the Piss Cup Ultra, but it's 14 games, and this man went under 500 on a 14-game set in which all the favorites essentially won. How? I swear you deserve Piss Cup Ultra. Nobody's beating 8 losses. I guarantee you nobody's beating 8 losses. Wow. Brixinho, 1 loss. 13 and 3, 56 and 36 overall. Jordan Jones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoo, Jordan. You're not playing like Jordan right now. You're playing like Air Gordon. 53 and 39 overall. You should be getting some piss here with that shit, but Flacco got you covered. Don't worry. Don't front. Flacco's got you covered. Extraordinary for life, 1, 2, 12 and 2. 59 and 33 overall. Extraordinary for life. I must say, you've been extraordinary thus far. At some point, I expect you to just be extraordinary. But right now, you've been extraordinary. I got to give you credit. Cody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 4 for Cody. 55 and 37 overall. Solo So Slimy, who was the Piss Cup recipient a week ago. 1, 2. So good bounce back for Solo So Slimy. 12 and 2, 49 and 30, or 49 and 43 overall. HTTR Carson, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 and 4, 52 and 40 overall. Major Teddy. 1, 2, 3, 11 and 3, 55 and 37 overall. Gridiron King started out rough. I was about to say, wait a minute, but that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 4 overall, or 10 and 4 on the week, 53 and 39 overall. Fat Boy V, 1, 2, 12 and 2, 59 and 33. Whoo, dangerously close to the ranks. Putting in work. Great job. Silver V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 and 5 for Silver V. Ugh, that's nasty. Angie M, 1, 2, 12 and 2, 57 and 35, loitering, right where you want to be. Mino, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mino at 9 and 5. Ugh, that's nasty. Big B, 1 loss, 13 and 1, 54 and 38 overall. Navy Ramjet just won the weekly pick on pool with 1 loss, so you already know what it is. 13 and 1, 58 and 34 overall. Putting in work right where you need to be within striking distance, 2 back of the ranks. So Navy Ramjet with a hell of a week puts him right in the mix. Sully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 and 5. Ugh, that's nasty. Triple A Dell, 1, 2, 12 and 2, 58 and 34, right within striking distance, right where you want to be. Commander Wow, 1, 2, 3, started off hot. 11 and 3 week, 58 and 34, still hanging around. Still hanging around, Commander Wow. 808 Skins fan had 2 losses. We were right there in the weekly pick'em, so you know what it is. 57 and 35. Loitering, still hanging around. Good week, 808 Skins fan. Metaphor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 4, 54 and 38. Derek B, 12 and 2, 58 and 34. Derek B right where he needs to be. I keep trying to shake him. He won't go away. But he's an experienced, seasoned veteran. I know he's not gonna go away easy. I'll put him away eventually, but he's hanging around, man. He's hanging around. Stacks 410. 1 loss, 13 and 1 for Stacks 410, 55 and 37 overall. E3, 1, 2, 12 and 2. Damn. 45 and 47 after a 12 and 2 week. I'm guessing that E3 probably had a week where they didn't make picks or something. There's no way you made picks every week and you just turned in a 12 and 2 week and you still 2 games under 500. Ain't no way. I refuse to believe it. Magic Carpet Ride, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 4, 52 and 40 overall. Tim S, 1, 2, 3, 11 and 3, 56 and 36. So 20 games over 500. Not bad for Tim S. Chris Santiago, 1, 2, 12 and 2, 54 and 38 overall. Ace, 1, 2, 3, 11 and 3, 48 and 44. JTG 17, 1. So 13 and 1 for JTG 17. Good bounce back. A couple weeks ago, I think JTG 17 was a Piss Cup recipient. So good to see them bounce back here. 54 and 38 overall. Rella, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rella's been really good this year. Not some of Rella's finest work at 10 and 4, but still good enough to have Rella at 58 and 34 on the season, right where Rella needs to be within striking distance. Niners fan, got off to a rough start this year, but a 1-loss week at 13 and 1 puts Niners fan 12 games over 500. So that tells you that Niners fan was at 500 last week. 12 games over 500 on a 12 game over 500 week. You do the math. 39 and 39 was Niners fan record last week. So good to see you over. Now, don't waste it. Don't waste it now. You got yourself above water now. You got yourself some breathing space. Don't waste it. Mr. Make It Happen. We talked about it already. Perfect week. Congratulations to you. My guy Swaggy P and J Cam Man 99. Y'all get at me. I got $50 for each of y'all. We respect and reward perfection around here. Greatness is rewarded. Get your $50. Rick the Ruler 14. 1, 2, 12, and 2. Quietly. Don't tell nobody. Rick the Ruler's down here putting in some work. 58 and 34. Dandrix. 1 loss. 13 and 1. Much like J Cam Man was at 500 last week. 12 games over 500 now. 12 games over 500 this week. Again, you do the math. And Dallas Morgan, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 and 4 week. 51 and 41 overall. So there you have it. So it is official. Flacco is the Piss Cup recipient all by his lonesome this week. Let's go get the Piss King and bless you. Hachu. And go ahead and bless Flacco with the Piss King. And while we still conversing, let me go ahead and get you your goblet of piss. Here you go, Flacco. All right. No, this is your first time. I always tell people when it's your first time, don't think about it. Don't smell it. Just drink. The last thing you want to do is start thinking about, I'm really about to drink piss. Because physically, your body is not supposed to do that. So don't think about it. Don't smell it because it's going to make you want to earl, right? It's going to make you want to gag. Your gag reflexes are going to kick in and like, don't do that. Just knock it out, right? That's the best advice I can give you. I can't speak from personal experience. I'm just telling you what others who have experienced the piss cup have told me. All right. Best of luck to you. Go ahead and knock that down. We're not going to be here all night. So please make it as quick as possible. Yes, all of it. I know it's pretty big, right? I get it. Just, yeah, drink all of it. All right. So here's what it looks like. Sundi and Tyrant 78 tied for first place at 63 and 29 overall. AJ Meehan, second place, sole possession. Big week, 62 and 30 overall. Congrats. 60 and 32 is good for third place. Jalen Hurts Jones, myself, Annapolis OG, Greg Giants, Inyo Jim, all tied for third place. And a lot of people are knocking on the door. So, good stuff this week. I hate it. I hate easy weeks. I hope there aren't many more of these. But big shout out to all of the undefeateds this week, all the perfects this week, the MVPs, Swaggy P, J Cam Man 99, and Mr. Make It Happen. Congratulations to all of y'all for being the first in LTN Exclusives history to go undefeated in a single week. It is very tough to do, no matter how easy of a week I said it was. Doesn't matter. Only 3. If it was so easy, everybody would be doing it, right? Only 3 people did it. Congratulations. Hit me up. As I mentioned, I got 50 spots for all of y'all. All right. So let's get to the comment section real quick. And we'll get out of here. I'll have you guys out of here in no time flat. I'm doing good, Shauna Gang. What about you? All right, we got a couple of supers. Let's knock these out real quick. Mike Jink, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Dave, for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, Cool out on me, Big Lou. Not too much. You know I got to give you the smoke. Once you bring it to my doorstep, it's on. Like, you challenged me before it started. Like, yo, hey, the fiance is cool, but I want you, bro. I'm coming after you. And I'm like, nah, you see, you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. So now I got to crush you now. I mean, I got to really make you understand that this ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But you'll know by the time this thing is done. Edward Washington, my guy Eddie Dub. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, this is E3. I missed the week. Celebrate my birthday. Congrats on another 365, man. No, happy belated. Otherwise, I'd be in the mix, have hopes of a walk down. Understood. I thought there was a week in there that you missed. So, but I can tell you right now, I can put this to rest. There will be no walking down of anybody at the top. So, good luck. You're going to need it. But congrats on celebrating another 365, man. It's a blessing. Indeed. All right. Let's see. Like, Swaggy P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Swaggy P writes, Birdman hand rub. You see me in that rear view now, Lou. I see you. Yeah, I see you. You creeping up nice and slow. All right. The key is, long as you behind me and you stay behind me, we all good, man. The minute you get even or you leave me, now we got problems. So as long as I keep you where you supposed to be, we good, right? It's all copacetic. So for you in particular, because you normally play in the weekly pick'em, you got two options. You can either cash that in as weekly pick'em sheets. So I would use the $50 every week until you run out. I could pay you the difference because obviously you'd have $1 left, 7 straight sheets, $49. Again, simple math. Or I could just shoot you $50. It's up to you. You let me know what you want to do, right? But you earned it. Congratulations for going undefeated. I see you. I see the Birdman hand rub. But I still got my foot on that gas pedal, though. I hope you know that. I see you trying to creep. I see you trying to creep. All right. Niners fan. I'm singing the Balamo song by Enrique Iglesias for the Piss Cup winner this week. Hey, that's crazy that you still remember that, man. We used to have a lot of fun with Enrique back in the day. Enrique was getting the Piss Cup every single week back in the day. I mean, we talking every bit of 7, 8 years ago. We talking about probably 9, 10 years ago when we used to do this with the upper room and all of that stuff. You going back a ways, man. You've been with me for a minute if you remember that, because that's a long time ago when we used to do that. That was funny though. It was funny when I used to sing that. Man, that was funny. Niners fan writes, LTN Sportsbook giving out bonuses for greatness. Bet US, take notes. Hey, look, man. I'm definitely rewarding for greatness over here, man. For sure, for sure. You know what it is. Smack City writes, I'm not picking the Jags again this season. What a clown show. Be careful with those types of declarations. Those are dangerous. I don't like giving people who won the year before any advice, but that could be dangerous. Just, I get it. They pissed you off, and they've probably pissed you off multiple times. This is not the first time you've picked them and they let you down this season. I'm aware, but resist the urge to just cancel somebody out. I know I got like that the last 2 years. Not doing that shit anymore, but I get it. Hey, Flacco, how you coming over there, man? Okay, good, good. Breath's a little strong there, brother. Back up a taste. Back up a taste. Yeah. Keep going. You're doing good. Damn. Chitlin circuit. Rush is variety. Lou, it hurts my heart every time you say Jalen Hurts Jones instead of. Oh, I'm sorry. I say that a lot, don't I? Jaden Hurts Jones. Sorry. It's because of the hurts. It gets me every time. I'm sorry. I apologize. I promise it won't happen again. Now that you've made me aware of this error, I will fix it. You good if you switch it to Rush's variety. We can keep it as Jaden Hurts Jones. That's fine. Whatever you want. If you want me to switch it, I'll switch it. This is your name, not mine. So I'll do whatever you want me to do in terms of your name and what everybody sees. If you want it to be Rush's variety, then change it. You want it to be Jaden Hurts Jones, I'm gonna get it right. If you want to keep it, I'll get it right. I promise. HTTR Carson says, Mino is actually my dad, Lou. Ease up on him. It's his first time. Hey, look, man. I've tried to be nice, and generally, I try to take it easy on first timers. Mediocrity is mediocrity, though. But I try to ease up, and I've eased up on him over the last couple of weeks, and he's been better too. Because it was rough for him early. It was rough. Kevin the PRF says, I need a full bio on the regression of Jacksonville. My only explanation is they're on the 3-year Arch Manning tank plan. They're not getting rid of Trev. They just gave Trev the bag. It's not that. I honestly can't tell you what's going on. And I know it's bad because the coach called out the team for effort, which is never a good thing when you're on the hot seat as is. Because if you calling them out and saying they quit, and then one of your safeties, your starting safety, said, I saw quit out on the field, that's a direct reflection of the head coach. That means they tuning you out at this point, bro. They're not giving you maximum effort. That means they need to get you up out of there and get somebody else, a new voice in there that's going to get them to play hard. So that ain't good. Will Diggs says, we doing a film review tonight? Of course. Eric Sunderland writes, everyone in the rear view, Tyrant pulling up in the driver's side window. Y'all been killing it this year, but for as good as y'all have been, the good thing, see, last year, this was the problem. Some people jumped out in front and were doing what you two are doing, and I didn't stay connected. And by the time I turned it up, it wasn't too late, but it was so hard because I was coming from such a deficit. I was down 12 games last year, and I cut it to within 3. And then, like I said, it's like a basketball game being down 27 in the third quarter. You go on this feverish run to cut it to within 6 with 3 minutes to go in the game, but you run out of gas, you run out of juice, and eventually they pull away and win by 11. I'm not letting that happen this year. I'm staying connected. You see me in the rear view. You see what it is. You know what it is. I ain't going nowhere. And there's a lot of people with me right now. That'll change too. That'll change eventually as well. Niners fan. Nah, Lou, you were singing it to Sam Pando last year. I've been here for about 6 years, not 10. LOL. Okay. I didn't know. Sam reminded me of Enrique, but I wanted to cut Sam some slack last year because he was new. But it was so bad that I was making fun of him. But this is the thing that I love about Sam, and I told y'all that last year. A lot of people quit when it's not going well early. We've seen it this year. People quit. They get their ass kicked in a week or two, and they say, you know what, I ain't going to win, and they stop sending in picks. I don't respect it. Sam not only took his ass whoopings like a man last year, but he came back for more, and he played in the weekly pick'em every week. Sam was like, nah, I'm not going out like a sucker. Then he came back this year, and Sam has been on his shit. I think he's 57 and 35 right now. Sam's doing a really good job. He earned the Piss Cup at least 5 or 6 times last year. So I don't think he's had it once this year. As a matter of fact, I know he hasn't had it once this year. So Sam, I got a lot of respect for Sam. Russia's Variety writes, all good, my man. Anything is better than my old handle, AP9000. I agree. Yeah. And it wasn't AP, it was Anal Probe 9000. I remember. Okay. I don't forget things. So, yes, anything's better than that. I agree. Kevin, the PRF, writes, I picked the Jets. Me and Aaron are asking why did they have to wait a day for Adams? I mean, they knew they were going to do this, right? But he had a hamstring injury, remember? He wasn't going to be able to play anyway. Ron Cole III. Jaden Daniels is him. His face after the L on the bench might get ugly for Carolina. I just needed to get ugly for Carolina anyway, period. Whether we had won this game against Baltimore or lost it, I needed it to get ugly for Carolina either way. You know, that's the type of time we on. So Metaphor, right? So maybe Sam got that golden shower fetish. Not this year. Not this year. I can't let you talk about my guy Sam Pando this year. Sam's about that life this year. So can't let you do it. All right, Flacco, what we look like over there? Good job. Good job. There is a little corner left, though. Knock that down and you're set, man. You can pass me the goblet and you can get out of here. Don't let this shit happen again. All right, man. Hell of a job. Yes, I know it's nasty. I've been told. I'm aware. It's piss. What is it supposed to taste like? Huh? What do you want to walk away smelling minty fresh? It's piss. Get out of here. Go wash your mouth out, man. Be better. Let that serve as a lesson. Anyway, I digress. That's going to do it for me, your man Louie T, here on the Week 6 LTN Exclusives kickback session. I look forward to chopping it up with you guys next week. We'll see what the schedule looks like next week. We should be able to get this off on Tuesday night in our normal slot. If anything changes, you know about it. But just assume that we'll be in the same spot next week. Get your picks in on time, people. All right? Get your picks in on time. Sheets will be available first thing in the morning. You'll be able to fill out your sheets if you so desire. All right? And let me get I'm not going to single anybody out here. I'm not going to embarrass anybody. But you know who you are. Trust me when I tell you this. Changing your picks 15 million times isn't going to save you. Make a decision, stick to it. A wise woman once told me, usually, and this isn't always the case, but usually your first answer is the right one. I digress. Y'all get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your week. Same time, same place. Make smart picks and get her done. But always remember, if your picks ain't shit, you get pissed. See you next week. Same time, same place.